Hey guys, how's it going? Daniel here. Today we're unboxing the new Samsung Galaxy S6. And this is one of Samsung's latest flagships, and it's the 32GB black model. And let's go ahead and open this up. It has a very simple sleeve here, which we just pull this right out. It's a Samsung right there. And now we have this important sticker on both sides, and that's just basically telling you something about the contract, blah, 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 and terminating it and all that stuff. But let's go ahead and open this right here. Let's pull out the phone here. That's the first thing that's in here. And as I said, this is the black model. We'll get into that in 1 second. Let's pull this out. We also have the activation card and a welcome packet, which is always good to see. And we also get this headphones, the adaptive fast charging AC to USB, and then we of course get the micro USB to USB. It's your usual accessories. Oh, and we also have a little SIM eject tool, which is interestingly different to ones I've seen in the past. And that's all you're gonna get in the box. Nothing too special, but it's nice that you get the headphones. But the most important thing here is of course the phone itself. So let's go ahead and pull this out here from the sleeve, and we reveal Samsung's latest phone, which first impressions, it feels very nicely. I used this in the store for a little bit. So yeah, one of the things to note is that it's kind of bluish looking, and by kind I mean very bluish looking depending on how the light's reflecting on it. But yeah, it's like a blue black, which is interesting. It says Galaxy S6 right here, Samsung. We have of course the heart rate monitor and the flash right there, the 16 megapixel camera right here. We have a 5 megapixel camera here on the front. We have the on button right here on the right side, the volume buttons on the left, the home button with the fingerprint sensor on the front right here. We have two buttons right here, one on the left and one on the right, which this one's for back and this one's for other actions right there, which you're probably familiar with. And yeah, what makes this phone great is that aluminum band around it, which is very reminiscent of that on the iPhone 6. It feels really good. I would even say that it feels a little bit better than the aluminum on the iPhone 6 for some reason. And the color is even a little bit nicer than that of the iPhone 6 Space Gray. And it's kind of the same color. Let me show you here the iPhone 6 side by side with this phone so you can see that. And there it is. I kind of prefer this color a lot more. Let me go ahead and focus that for you guys so you can see that well. And it's around the same thinness. Maybe this one's a little bit thinner from what I can see. Maybe. It's a little bit larger in footprint. It's a little bit bigger. Not as big as the 6 Plus, but definitely bigger than the 6. Of course, not by much. This is kind of my preferred size for a phone at the moment. It's right in between the 6 Plus and the 6, which gives you ideal space without taking up so much space in your pocket. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and boot this up, set it up, and then show you the software. All right, so I've gone ahead and set up the phone here, and the first thing you're gonna notice is this amazing display. It has a 1440 by 2560 resolution, which is 575 ppi, and that's why it looks so amazing. It's a Super AMOLED display, so that of course helps. But you can see it just looks great. The colors are very vivid, they're very bright, and everything looks great. You can open up here a movie, and everything just looks amazing on this phone. And of course, you know, Samsung's always been known for having very high resolution displays, just having really good, you know, displays in general for everything. But you know, I was checking it out. Movies look great, TV shows look great, Netflix looks great. This movie right here looks amazing, and pretty much everything that you do on this will look awesome. This device is running 5.0.2 Lollipop, but on top of that is TouchWiz, which a lot of people don't like. I'm one of those people. I just think Samsung adds too many things that, you know, I'm not a big fan of. They just clutter everything up. The design on the icons is just not my taste. It would be amazing if this was running just straight up Lollipop, and it would make this just that much better of a phone. But of course you can tweak this, and you can change this later on if you wanted to, but it would be nice if it just came pre-installed with stock Android like other phones. But yeah, the build quality is just amazing. This phone feels great in the hand. One of the things that is very important here is the glass back, and of course the aluminum band. To accomplish this, Samsung basically pulled an Apple. You can no longer open this phone. You can't change the battery if it dies out on you. You can't upgrade the storage with a micro SD card. You're gonna have to pay the extra money to get a larger storage capacity. This is 32 gigs, and with movies being such high resolution now and taking up more space and things like that, and also games, that's gonna run out pretty quickly, which isn't a good thing. The glass back here is Gorilla Glass 4, and so is the front right here, which is great because that means it's not gonna scratch as much as you think it would scratch. So you're not gonna have problems on the scratching part anytime soon unless you start trying to scratch it with a key really hard. But you know, it just looks very nice. I'm still not a fan that Samsung puts their logo right here on the front. It's just something that I don't know why they keep doing it. They could just not do that. That'd be great. But they still do it. The buttons right here are positioned very nicely. You can still reach it without any problem. I have semi-large hands, and I'm sure that someone with small hands would still be able to reach these with not much of a problem. It's definitely not hard to use like the not the Galaxy, but the iPhone 6 Plus. And yeah, I mean, you can see the viewing angles are also great. The colors just stay like that. The lock screen's pretty cool right there. And you can, of course, you know, change all this. You can tap and hold and change the widgets, wallpapers, themes, screen grid, which is all pretty cool, and of course part of Android. And if you're familiar with that, you know what to expect when it comes to TouchWiz and Android. All right, so this being TouchWiz, it of course has a bunch of quick actions and things that you can set up. We can double tap the home button to launch the camera app, and let's go ahead and flip that. And you know, you can zoom in, of course, you can do all that stuff. It's a 16 megapixel camera, as I mentioned. We can click here on the settings, and we can change the video size here. It records up to Ultra HD, which is awesome. That's going to take up a ton of space, but it's going to allow you to zoom into the video and post, which is really good. We can of course change the picture size, and we got a few other options right here, which you know, you can play around with and make your picture taking experience a little bit better. Now, Samsung did reportedly apparently fix the focusing issues and all that good stuff to make it faster to take pictures. Here we have the flash on, and we can see it's taking pictures pretty quickly. Not too fast, but pretty good. Yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for this video. It was a quick overview. I'm going to show you a few pictures and slides that I've taken with the S6 and the S6 Edge here. So if you've already seen the other video, these are the same pictures, but it's just to give you an idea. And also compared to the iPhone 6, you can, you know, get an idea of how the camera is compared to the iPhone 6. But yeah, we're still getting the same TouchWiz we've gotten with some upgrades. We still do, of course, have S Health here, and that's the exact same thing that I covered last year in the review of the S5. They've changed it a little bit, but you can still just take your heart rate here and you know, put your finger in the back sensor, get that. And you know, Samsung's just improved the S5. It's a great improvement. I definitely recommend this one over the S5. If memory's not an issue, if you don't need to change your battery all the time, you always have a plug, or you have an external battery, this isn't going to be a problem. And the build quality on this is definitely worth it compared to this. And yeah, guys, if you have any questions, you know, feel free to comment down below, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Other than that, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Make sure to click down below in the links in the description to see other videos of the S6 and the S6 Edge.